Gabriella Corvina. I'm an actress and a martial artist, and this is my podcast. So this is actually episode number 2, and I have a very special guest that I'll introduce in a second. This is a modern day hero series where I highlight stories and talk to really amazing people who are not only heroes on screen, but in real life. And today I have a really special guest for you guys, and a friend of mine who's worked on a couple scenes with me. She's freaking amazing. Thekla Hutyrova. I probably put a little Hispanic twist to that last name, but Tecla is an amazing stunt performer, and if you don't know who she is yet, you're going to find out today, and you're going to be blown away because she's fantastic. And I'm actually going to show you guys a little bit of her clips here in a second, some highlights that she has. She's worked on projects such as Alita Battle Angel with Robert Rodriguez, and she did some stunt performing on that project, which was super cool. And she has a really cool role in that where she does actually hair doubling, and I thought that was the coolest. Tecla is a very experienced martial artist and one of the most professional people I've gotten to work with, and just the most fun. So without further ado, Tecla.
Hey guys, I'm Thekla Hutyrova. Thank you so much for that intro. That was awesome. I actually didn't know that you felt so fondly about me. I love working with you too, and it's great, and it's super, super fun to be doing this with you. I'm really excited.
It's actually really cool for me because I get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah,
and
this is great.
Yeah, just basically have fun talking and hanging out. But actually, one thing I've been like crazy curious about is like, tell me like your full experience in martial arts, because you've been doing this for a while, dude.
Yeah, no, I have. I started at the school. I actually got my black belt at like 10 and a half or something. Before that, I did some like other taekwondo classes, but the instructor moved away, so I don't really count that. I did Junri taekwondo to begin with, which is pretty standard like modern taekwondo stuff. And with that, in that school, we had a demo team. So my instructor had competed and performed. So that's how I learned all the like sports karate stuff and all the
competing.
Yeah, and all the flips and all that. So just like a really good basic all around thing in that. That was really cool, and that kind of like spiked my interest. And then when I got my black belt, like 4 years later, I started competing on the NASCA circuit, which is the North American Sport Karate Association. Got a few world titles on a different circuit through the sport karate stuff. My weapon's nunchucks. I don't know if you knew that. And then I always did the extreme forms, which is the flips and the forms. And then I moved out here. I also traveled a lot with like tricking and stuff, which is the martial arts acrobatics. And then, I moved out here, and since then I've been training a lot more just, like, varied stuff, boxing, judo, kickboxing, Wing Chun, and Jeet Kune Do, which I'm really thrilled about because those are fun. And, just, like, different stuff, knife stuff, and a whole bunch of different things.
That's amazing, dude. You're freaking badass.
Oh,
Everybody in the crowd is like, don't mess with her. Now I gotta go look her up. So that's super badass, man. Tell me more about your nunchucks, because I saw a picture on Instagram and I was like, I've never seen that before. So you're gonna have to pull up some clips for them.
Yeah,
for sure, so that we can show that off. That's super awesome, man.
Yeah, it's freaking, it's fun. I hated nunchucks when I first started.
No way.
I had a taste of them at first in a summer camp I took before I started at the martial arts place, and we made it was like an arts and crafts thing. We made them out of like toilet paper rolls. And I just thought it was the stupidest weapon it could like possibly ever be. Like hit myself in the head with it a ton of times. And then somehow I just like kept at it. I don't know, like freaking masochist or something. I'm kidding. Yeah. But like, I just like kept going with them, and then they're cool because I don't know, there's something about, like, the two sticks connected in a chain, and you have to, like, really figure out where the momentum's going so that it doesn't just, like, kind of waggle around. So there's definitely an art to it, and I think I appreciated that, and I liked that.
Yeah, man. So I'm taking it from your martial arts background that's really what sparked an interest in stunts.
Yeah, I never thought about film too much growing up or anything. I liked the concept of like acting and stuff. I was one of those kids like, I'm gonna be a veterinarian or something. I don't know. There was just always like random things, and then my mom's a doctor, so like.
What was that moment for you? Because everybody's thing is different. Like I was freaking watching movies with my dad growing up, and then I remember at like 12, like I loved Selena Gomez, and I was like, oh, I can do that, you know?
That's
like
amazing, I love that.
So everybody has like a different story.
Wizards of Waverly Place, anyone?
Hey, don't judge me, alright? I know a couple of you guys have watched that show.
I've watched that show, it's pretty great.
See, if she watches it, you know, it's approved.
Hey, I don't still watch it.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, so what was that moment for you?
I don't think there was a specific moment. I think everything kind of just like
lined up.
And then a lot of people from the NASCA tournaments ended up coming out here.
Yeah.
Caitlin Deschelle, Matt Emig, a whole bunch of other people I looked up to and like trained and worked out with and stuff. And everyone just like came over here, and then more people ended up convincing me. I was like, okay. I mean, I finished college, like bachelor's in psychology, and like I had no other thing planned. I was like, sure, let me try this. Which is just so funny because I know that, like, that almost sounds ungrateful because there's so many people that are like, this is their like life dream, but it just happened to work out, and it's awesome, and I really appreciate that it did. But yeah, I just moved out here and like met a bunch of people, networked the crap out of everything because that's what you have to do. Yeah. Trained with people and like been out here 4 years in September.
Wow.
So it's crazy.
That's super exciting. Well, happy almost LA anniversary.
Thank you.
But what was your actual like first job that you ever took on, and like what was that experience like for you?
Yeah. So I did a few like acting things in Arizona actually before. I actually did a TV show pilot in Arizona that kind of I guess sparked the interest more now that I think of it. It was like a supernatural Sedona soap opera thing. Yeah. It was great. The writer was actually one of the first writers for Disney. She's a female, or first female writers for Disney, Deb Ross. She's amazing. I love her. But yeah, so I did that, and that kind of got me into the production vibe, and then I moved out here.
Gotcha.
Also did some random feature before, like the whole month before I moved out here. And I don't think I've seen that.
Never came out. Hey. It's like that sometimes.
It is.
Like
Copy credit does not happen. But out here, my first big job was doing previs for Logan, the movie. So I did a lot of the moves and coming up with concepts for the X-23 character, the little girl.
Yeah. She was badass, by the way.
She was great.
Yeah. Was there an actual younger stunt person for that role?
No, so there's a lot of like smaller stunt people and
stuff. That's what I figured.
Yeah, so I was like a little too tall and a little too like not super tiny.
For sure.
But there are people like that are adults. So Marissa LeBog and Rissa Kalar both kind of tag-teamed and did it. And then there was actually a couple other... There was a kid stunt double, but she didn't do as much of the crazy stuff. She was just there to, like, do the fights. And so, yeah, she had, like, 4 doubles. The little girl. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is super funny. I think something that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of times, like, you don't just have...
Exactly.
The actor for one, and you don't just have necessarily one double. A lot of times you have like a main one, but there's still like
and so many people don't know that and don't recognize that, and I think that's really sucky, honestly, because every time I come out here, I get to work with new stunt performers and meet new people who are badass, and it's like, man, you guys aren't recognized, I think, as much as you should be. And a lot of times, you know, whenever there's like an action movie, everybody worships the actor. Everybody praises the actor for what they didn't even do.
Right.
And then, you know, there'll be, you know, like you said, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Stunt people making that, making sure they look good and making sure that comes together.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about, you know, not being recognized? Especially, you know, there's a lot of controversy right now with big award shows. What do you think about that?
So there's 2 sides to the story. Even some stunt people are like, well, we're supposed to be in the shadows. We're supposed to be like the secret thing, the like magic.
I'm glad you
said
that and recognized that other side too.
Yeah, no. So and it makes sense. Like you see, like everyone's working together to create this character, and like whatever, but everyone else gets recognized.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part of the industry, like, that's the time to be recognized.
Yeah.
So I do think there should be
Yeah.
a category. It's a confusing topic just because, like, because there are 4 stunt doubles or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
So what are you gonna, who's the award, right? So you could do ensemble maybe,
Right.
you could do, like, stunt coordinator, that'd be a good one. Beyond that, like, it's hard. We just had the Taurus Awards, which was our stunt awards.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And that has, like, best fight scene, best, like, hardest hit, and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's, like, where do you draw that line?
Right.
And, like, what ends up getting even nominated or whatever. So it's like super confusing. But I do believe that it should be, because, like, makeup has it or whatever, like, special effects has it, and that's all.
There's a whole team.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Exactly. And, like, even lighting, even camera, like, everything kind of comes together, and the Oscars and the award shows, like, that's the time to really celebrate and appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And not to hide it. Like, you don't have to think about it.
And I think now more than ever, you know, we're starting to represent everybody in the industry. And thank God it's moving in that direction. So I honestly think it's going to happen. I don't know when, where, how, but I think it will. So I think that, you know, it's cool that you have those two perspectives in the stunt community. I think that's super cool. Speaking of really awesome movies that go to the Oscars, what was the coolest movie or film or project you've ever got to perform in, regardless of stunts, acting?
Yeah. I think Battle Angel. I think Alita Battle Angel. I really got into that story, and I've been reading the comic and stuff.
That's so cool, man.
But that one's really great, and it's just a cool project, like, all together. Like, I did a few of the stunts. We also had a bajillion stunt doubles for her as well. And the main one is Mickey Fascinello. Look her up too. She's amazing.
Will do.
Yeah, but no, so that one was really cool. We did a lot of motion capture for that, and it's like top-notch motion capture teams and everything. They actually had an outdoor stage with everything.
Wow.
They had, like, an outdoor stage with cameras and stuff, so you could do the mocap outside.
Yeah.
Which is pretty different from, because usually you're just in a studio with, like, a whole bunch of cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was great, and I just like the story. It's so, like, it's so timely. She's a badass. It's great. Yeah, I think it was that one.
And so you told me that you got to do the hair capture. Tell me how that worked. Like, that is the coolest. Literally, Alita's hair is her hair. So cool.
So it's not hair capture. It was just hair reference. So basically what we did is I went in for, like, a day and just, like, they cut my hair various different lengths, and I, like, walked around in front of a reference camera.
Wow.
And they, like, then the animators could animate based on what the hair movement was doing. So it's not even, like, I don't get a credit for that or anything, but it's just such a cool thing to claim. And it's so funny because a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, were you her?" I was like, "No, not the face, not most of the action. Like, the main action is done by someone else." But I did she, like, lands on a rubble of whatever and, like, rolls and slides.
Yeah.
I did that. And then I did, there's, like, a little combo in slow motion where she, like, dodges the guy with the fingers. Yeah. I did that as well.
I saw that part. Yeah. That was a really dope shot.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they really did a good job with that, because all I'm doing in a mocap suit is, like, flipping.
Yeah.
And then they animate it, like, that's great.
It makes everything.
Yeah, they, like, animate everything around it.
So much better. That's crazy.
It's so fun. So
what does it take to reach to the level that, because you're very successful, and like you said, in a very short amount of time, and that just, to me, that means I don't want to say short, because that's discrediting you. I want to say you came out here and kind of just dominated. And I'm going to say that because I think that comes from, like, pure talent and hard work. And you know, what does it take? Take us through, like, your daily routine, or, like, something that you do to push yourself to get better, and, you know, what can you tell us? How can we improve in our lives to lead more success?
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky to have the background I have, and that's kind of sought after in the industry. Like, everyone's looking for the flips and the acrobatic stuff. And then I really, when I first moved out here, I really worked on just kind of loosening up in my fights, because as martial artists, like, especially in competing, everything's like really rigid.
For sure.
Even the stances, like I'm doing front stance, which is like a straight back leg, and like everything's super, just really sharp, right? Because that's what we look for. But then for stunts, you kind of have to be, for the fights, you just have to be a little looser and smoother. So like for the first year, I just really worked on just making sloppy fights, which was really fun. And then kind of honed it back in from that. And yeah, I mean, I've just been at it for a long time. Like, I'm 26, 27 soon. I've been at it since I was like 10.
Yeah, dude.
So it's a long time. It's like, which just helps, you know, just having that. What else was the question?
Like, what's your routine going through that? Like, and I know you do it every day because you have to stay sharp, because
absolutely.
they can call you on a dime, right?
Oh, yeah, they do. And then, exactly. They're like, what are you doing tomorrow? I don't know.
All right, come on.
Yeah, exactly. So I do a lot of, just as like self-care stuff, I make a green smoothie every morning, and like just really...
Those look bomb, by the way. I've
Thank
seen
you.
them. Instagram, y'all follow
my
her.
new favorite thing is dandelion Instagram.
No, that's so cool.
Because it's really good for like digestion and liver and detoxifying and stuff. It's
You
bitter.
make the coolest green smoothies ever. Okay, I'm
it's a little
drop
bitter,
you
but
guys,
it's pretty great.
Recipe after this. This is a cooking show now.
We should do one of those.
We should do a healthy one.
Yeah. Call it karate chops.
That'd be dope. Oh, that would be amazing. Okay.
Would you watch it? Comment in the comments. So I really try to do like supplements and the smoothies, and like I eat healthy. My mom's a naturopathic like medical doctor. So growing up, I've always had like whole grains, all that stuff.
That's awesome, man.
So that's a big
Comes
aspect
a lot from
of
parenting,
it.
huh? Good
Yeah.
parent.
Oh, for sure. Oh my gosh.
I 100% agree with that.
No, totally. Yeah. Just like having someone to guide you is amazing.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have that, you can like find people, you know, because there's a lot of people to look up to now, especially just with YouTube and everything. So yeah, definitely that, because that just helps. Like, if you don't fuel your body correctly, then
100%.
it's gonna freaking fall
Y'all hear
apart.
that?
So
this is coming from a professional, so
there you go. And it speeds up recovery too, right? So if you're training or whatever, or even if you get injured, like you bounce back a lot faster when your body has the proper building blocks and things. And then otherwise, I do train quite a bit, like every day. I guess that's a lot. It's normal to me because it's what I've been doing for ages.
For sure.
Lately I've been trying to do more like parkour stuff, which is cool. And a lot of it is just keeping up skills and making sure everything's like clean and sharp. It's not necessarily for work. It's not necessarily like working on new skills and stuff all the time. There's like maybe one day a week where I do that. But the rest of it's just like making sure everything's sharp, making my tricks apply to targets, right? So I'm trying to like kick targets while spitting and stuff. Just because knowing where your moves are going to end 100%. Up helps a lot, just because then you do one shot or 3 shots versus like 10 takes, you know?
Absolutely. You're so right.
And I'm sure you do all that too. You're like perfectly like making sure your kicks go in the same exact spot.
Trying the best you can, man.
Yeah.
Trying the best
that's
you can.
Good. Yeah,
sure.
Focus training.
No, that's a good routine to have, y'all. Speaking of staying healthy and taking care of your body, you just had a workout release on My Open Fit.
We did, yeah. Oh my gosh. So it was a couple 6 stunt women. This is 8. That's not 6. I don't know how to count, y'all. That was a y'all. That was my Texas thing. Yes! I said y'all.
Oh my gosh, I was literally just talking about this to my crew. I was literally like, I wonder if I sound really country to them, because I say y'all forever, always, and I caught her. It's rubbing off.
You don't sound country except when you say y'all. Like, everything else is pretty normal and like California almost sounding, but then you just throw y'all in, which is, it's cute, it's great.
I love it. As long as you approve.
Yeah, it's all good.
Sweet.
So that's super cool. So it's an app that you can like download and stuff. It's called My Open Fit. And we did a stunt women workout basically. So it's just like all stuff that we could come up with to do, and it's called Rough Around the Edges, which is like just come as you are, like, you don't have to be, like, primp and whatever, and we tried to make it more of, like, a communal feel.
That's awesome.
So we're just there with, like, bantering and stuff, and it's pretty fun. There's some really cool stuff. There's everything from, like, dance, which, Anisha Gibbs does. She's been doubling Halle Berry.
Oh, that's awesome.
On, like, everything lately, which is super cool. She's a badass. Actually, you should have her on, too.
For sure.
Yeah, like, she was in it, and then a couple other people. Amy was in it, Johnston. She was, like, a karate one.
That's awesome, man.
And then there's a ton of different things. There's, like, martial
covered
arts,
all the bases, yeah.
They're all basically hit workouts.
Yeah.
It's, like, structured in that way, but it's just so many different moves, and it's super fun.
For somebody who is, like, new to working out, like, totally, because that's why a lot of people seek out personal training, is to learn how to work out in general. Yeah. How accessible do you think that is for them?
We definitely tailored it to everyone.
Awesome.
And then there's also, because there are, like, martial arts moves and everything, but there's also, like, a set of tutorial videos as well.
Oh, sweet. Y'all just covered everything then.
Right.
That's amazing.
And actually, we'll be doing like, a focus group type thing, a Facebook group starting June 3rd, so you can kind of join that.
Awesome.
And if anyone's interested, just, like
accountability.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
Awesome. That's
and for
awesome.
the first one, it's, like, a pretty closed group. Like, you have to audition for it or whatever. Not audition, but, like, sign in for it.
Yeah.
And it's, like, you do a bunch of stuff, and, like, you have homework assignments, so you, like, film reactions to things, and you do stuff, but then you get a free membership to the app, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. For those of you guys who are trying to get fit, check it out. Do her workouts. They're pretty badass. And for anybody who's trying to get in the industry, acting and martial arts and stunt performing, what's some advice that you can give them?
Just network. Honestly, that seems to be the, like, most important thing, which is super strange, because, like, 4 years ago, I'd be like, well, just, know your craft and, like, all that, which is also, like, super, super, super important, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But industry-wise, if you don't have the connections, and if you don't ask for what you want, and I think that's in life, too, just, like, you can't just wait for opportunities to come to you.
I like that.
You have to kind of, like, go out and get them, and that's something I learned, like, later on in life. And actually, I learned it from the tournament circuit, because I was like competing and stuff, and then I, like, really wanted to be on a team, because there's, like, teams, but we didn't have it, like, we weren't on one, because there was no team in Arizona or whatever. And then, like, my friend and I were just like, oh, like, we want to be on this team, and just, like, talking amongst ourselves about it and stuff. And then at the end of, like, my competing career, I talked to one of the guys that, like, owned the team that we wanted to be on, and he's like, yeah, I never knew you wanted to be part of it. Like,
oh man, yeah.
We're like, what? Because we never actually said anything.
Like, learning that nobody's gonna just, like, grab you and be like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. No one knows what you want unless you tell them, and like. Be strategic about it. Don't just, like, tell the freaking, I don't know, server at Starbucks or something that you want whatever. Like, unless you feel like it'll help. I don't know. There's some people that just tell everyone what they're doing. Yeah. And I don't subscribe to that, because I think there's something to be said about, like, having
strategically
and just having that power for yourself. Because
100%.
I do think that every time you're like, tell someone, like, hey, I'm going to be an actor or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, that's great. You get that. Like, rush, you already get that feeling of accomplishment. Right. Because someone already, what's the word? Someone already, like, validated it, I guess, right?
It, for sure.
So then I feel like there's less drive then, right? As opposed to if you have it, like, your own secret.
That's
and I think
different. Advice. I like that a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's different ways to do it, but I think that one for me works better, because then I have that, like, secret, and it's like, But yeah, definitely network, and definitely, like, train and stuff. With stunts, it's very beneficial to do a lot of different things. You can be specialty. Like, I've lucked out and I'm kind of becoming a specialty. Like, I just do the fights and I do, like, mocap and stuff. But you definitely want to branch out. You want to do car stuff. You want to do horse stuff. You want to do water, like, scuba stuff. Yeah. The main thing is knowing how to fall, right? So either, like, start learning how to flip, because you'll fall a lot. Or judo. Judo's always really good for that. Just so you know, like, air awareness and falling is the main one, because a lot of times, like, you're not doing crazy fights or flips and stuff.
Yeah.
You're like running in with either a gun or a punch or something, and you get hit, and then you have to learn how to fall.
Yeah.
And just like the awareness of where you're falling too, like
100%.
just knowing your body and stuff.
100%. I think that's some really good advice, guys. So if you're looking into you know, the entertainment industry as far as martial arts or stunts, then you know, that's some really good advice to listen to. Finishing out, what do you think you'd like to leave the audience with? Last words.
Just freaking go for your dreams, guys. Like, there's really, I don't know, there's just like, I'm super passionate about that, because there's nothing stopping you. Like, you think there is, but that's just your brain being weird and trying to keep everything the same. I'm really into, like, psychology and stuff.
Comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, our brains are meant to do that, right? We're supposed to, like...
Protect ourselves.
Yeah, we're supposed to protect ourselves. We're supposed to keep everything safe and the same. But that's not how you're gonna get the most out of life. You're not gonna feel super accomplished by friggin' going to school and coming home and, like,
100%.
watching Netflix or something. Like, get inspired and just, like, figure out what it is you want and go for it. And sometimes you don't have a passion. Like, I hated that when people are always just like, oh, find your passion and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't feel that crazy fiery thing, like, where, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die if I don't do this. You can build it, right? Like, I love what I do.
It does
and it's amazing.
And I'm glad that you said that. That's something people don't talk about a lot.
Yeah, I agree, because it's like, it sounds like it's this super easy thing. You're like, oh my
like,
god.
out of nowhere, you're just like, yeah, this is it.
Right, or like, oh my god,
yeah.
I wanted to be a dancer since I was, like, born or something. And there are people like that, and that's amazing.
100%.
And they're usually the ones that go for it. But the ones that kind of, like, maybe you do a lot of things, maybe you enjoy a lot of things, just start something, you know, see what happens. A lot of times things connect in the weirdest ways. Like, you might start being a freaking, I don't know, whatever, and then you meet someone that takes you into the next thing that you like doing. Like, just do stuff.
Yeah, seriously, because I find you just regret the things that you don't do. Yeah. And if it's in your mind in the first place, you already know everything that you need to do. I think that's such a truth. You already know what you want to do. But like you said, I think we hold ourselves back.
Yeah, and it's either we're like, oh, that's not really my passion because I cannot live without it. That's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I love it.
Go for it, guys.
Tecla, thanks, love.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Gabby.
It was so fun to have you.
Left-handed. That's fun.
Yeah, well, this hand's broken, so we got that awkward handshake.
It's okay. I have a rib because I was doing flyaways on the bar.
There we go. We're the same then. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Modern Day Hero series. And if you guys aren't following Tecla on all platforms, please do it. Where can we find you, Tecla?
Mostly Instagram, honestly. That's where I do most of my stuff. Facebook too, but I prefer Instagram. I might try to start doing some stuff on YouTube, but we'll see.
Definitely. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.